Hey folks, I've been reading through your comments and I want to respond to a few that I think raise important points or at least common perspectives. So let's talk about it. Comment 1 comes from a video called When Presidents Divide the Courts. The comment said, quote, "When do we talk about judicial overreach? In principle, judges can declare themselves arbitrary power. In fact, the Constitution presumes each branch will have expansionist ambitions." Unquote. You are totally right that the Constitution anticipates power-hungry branches. Madison talked about this directly in Federalist 51. But in that video, I wasn't describing judicial overreach. I was talking about what happens when the executive branch, the president, ignores or undermines lawful court rulings. That's not a judge reaching too far. That's a president rejecting the judicial branch's constitutional role. The founders made courts the final word on law, precisely to stop any one branch, especially the executive, from becoming unchecked. So no, holding a president accountable to court rulings is not judicial overreach. It's literally how the system is supposed to work. Comment 2 comes from a video titled Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Just Passed. Quote, "You are so wrong. That narrative you're pushing is derangement. You're simply following what your media sources say, who have been caught red-handed covering for someone who wasn't running the country. Billionaires don't spend their time lining their pockets. They have plenty." Unquote. I get that there's a deep distrust in the media, and I share a lot of that skepticism. But let's talk about this idea that billionaires can be trusted in government because they have enough money already. That logic just doesn't hold up. History is full of wealthy people using public office to gain more. Not just money, but influence, control, contracts, deregulation, legal shielding, you name it. Power tends to attract more power. Being a billionaire doesn't make someone benevolent. It often means they're better at making systems work for them. So when legislation like this bill includes permanent tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy or slashes funding from public programs, it's worth asking who really benefits. Because it's not always the people who voted for it. Comment 3 comes from the same video. Quote, "Do you realize 70 million of us voted for him? Look at that clown show you had in office." Unquote. Yes, I do realize that over 70 million Americans voted for Trump again in 2024. And that's a huge number of voters and a clear signal that many people believe in his vision for the country. But criticizing one administration doesn't automatically mean I support the other. Pointing out problems in Trump's policies or tactics isn't me standing for Biden. It's about holding leaders accountable, any leader, for how they use power. We should all be able to look at the people we voted for and still ask hard questions. That's what keeps a democratic republic healthy. So that's all for now. I would say please keep the comments coming. I don't expect everyone to agree. That's the whole point. But if we want a smarter, freer country, we have to keep having the tough conversations. And I'm here for that. So I'll see you in the next one.